This is every game-winning buzzer beater made in the NBA playoffs in the last decade, ranked from 17 to 1. A game-winning buzzer beater in the playoffs is a moment every child dreams of in their driveway, but is usually only done by some of the all-time greats, as you'll realize throughout this video. But at number 17 on this list, we have a player that is not an all-time great that achieved this feat. Jerryd Bayless of the Milwaukee Bucks in the first round of the 2015 playoffs against the Bulls. Jerryd made a nice cut to the rim, caught a beautiful pass from Jared Dudley, and laid it in before time expired to win the game. The Bucks were down 3-0 in this series at the time and ended up losing in 6 games. Number 16 is another guy who is not an all-time great, but a player who was known for hitting game-winning buzzer beaters. Joe Johnson, who is actually tied for the second most game-winning buzzer beaters ever, only behind Michael Jordan. In this case, it was the first round of the 2017 playoffs. Joe and the Nets were facing the Clippers, and he knocked down this floater over Jamal Crawford for the win. Number 15 happened in the first round of the 2022 playoffs, game 1 of Celtics vs Nets. The Celtics were down 1 point when Marcus Smart delivered a nice pass to the cutting Tatum, who spun and laid it in. After almost losing that game, the Celtics would go on to sweep the Nets in that series. Number 14 took place just a few weeks ago, round 1 Nuggets vs Lakers. Jamal Murray had the ball in a tie game with a chance to close out the series in 5 games. He went left and knocked down his patented mid-range jumper for the W. Only one player has hit 3 game-winning buzzer beaters in the playoffs in the last decade, and that player is LeBron James. LeBron's first one comes in at number 13 on this list in a 2015 second round series against the Bulls. Tie game, baseline out of bounds, LeBron catches in the corner and knocks it down. This actually tied up the series for the Cavs at 2-2, and they went on to win the series and make the NBA Finals. Number 12 on this list took place in the first round of the 2022 bubble playoffs, the first of 3 bubble game winners on this list. The Mavs were down 2-1 in this series against the Clippers and were down 1 point with the clock running down when Luka hit a step back 3 at the buzzer to win it. The Mavs ended up losing the series, but it was an early iconic moment for Luka in his career. Number 11 on this list came in the second round of the 2015 playoffs. The Wizards and Hawks were in a tie game. 37-year-old Paul Pierce had the ball and banked in a mid-range shot from just beyond the free throw line. And he followed that up with an iconic post-game interview moment.
Did you call bank? I call game.
Number 10 on this list comes from the first round of the 2014 playoffs. And this was another iconic moment from a 37-year-old legend. Vince Carter with the corner 3 at the buzzer, giving the Mavericks a 2-1 series lead over the Spurs. Now, they ended up losing the series in 7 games, and the Spurs went on to win the NBA Finals. Number 9 is the second time LeBron James shows up on this list. This time it was against his favorite team to go against, the Toronto Raptors, in the second round of the 2018 playoffs. He took it coast to coast and took a tough floater going left and banked it home. This gave the Cavs a 3-0 lead in the series, and they ended up sweeping the Raptors. Number 8 came in the second round of the 2020 bubble. The Toronto Raptors were down 2-0 in their series against the Celtics. They were losing by 2 points with 0.5 seconds on the clock. Kyle Lowry delivered an unbelievable pass across the court to OG Anunoby, who had to release it quick, and he knocked it down. Number 7 is King James himself once again, this time in the first round of the 2018 playoffs against the Pacers. The series was tied 2-2, and the game was tied 95 all. LeBron got the ball with 3 seconds left, made a move to his left, and knocked down the 3 from the top of the key. The Cavs made it by the Pacers in that series and eventually actually played in the NBA Finals. Number 6 is the last of the bubble buzzer beaters. This one came in the Western Conference Finals. The Lakers were up 1-0 in the series against the Nuggets, but were down by 1 point. Anthony Davis got free for an open catch and shoot 3 on the wing and cashed it. The Lakers won that series in 5 games and went on to win the NBA Finals. For number 5, we go all the way back to 2015. Second round, Bulls versus Cavs, series tied at 1 apiece. And this is when Derrick Rose got the ball in a tie game and banked in the 3. And that's when this iconic stone-faced celebration followed. Number 4 came in the 2023 Eastern Conference Finals between the Celtics and the Heat. This was an elimination game for the Celtics, and they were down 1 point with 3 seconds left. Derrick White inbounded to Marcus Smart, who took the 3 and missed, but White somehow got all the way to the hoop for the tip-in just before time expired. This man just makes winning plays. But of course, the Celtics ended up losing in Game 7. 2 of the top 3 shots on this list were made by the same player, and that player is Damian Lillard. Number 3 came in the first round of the 2014 playoffs against the Rockets. The Blazers were down by 2 points and needed a 3 to end the series, and that's when Dame Time caught it going left and cashed it. One of Dame's earliest clutch moments in his career. Number 2 also comes from Dame Time, and this one was in the first round of the 2019 playoffs against OKC. Dame was dribbling the ball as time ran down with another chance to close out a series. And this time he took a ridiculous sidestep over Paul George and cashed it from like 35 feet. Paul George said it was a bad shot, and he might have been right, but Dame is always in range in the clutch. And number 1 came in 2019 as well. Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Semifinals, 76ers versus the Raptors. It was a tied game. When Kawhi Leonard got the ball, he ran to the corner and got up a fading shot that bounced on the rim 4 times before dropping in. This shot directly altered the course of NBA history in a big way, as the Raptors went on to win the NBA Finals that year. That's gonna do it for today's video. If you liked this ranking style of video, make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you're new. A ton more videos like this on the way.